Here's how I went from unseen on Google My Business page to the top 2 in 14 days. So basically the most important way to get organic traffic I've found is through Google My Business page, because when you scroll, say when you search lawn mowing near me and you scroll down, the first 3 or 4 are ads, and those are paid for spots, so you can't beat that unless you're paying for it. But then the first organic section that you see is the local Google businesses in your area. And so that's the most important. If you can get there, and you have to be top 3 because they only show top 3, and then past that you got to click into it. But if you can get there, you get heaps of phone calls, heaps of website leads, all for free. So here's how I did it, and I'm not going to guarantee it for you, because for me I could have just been lucky that my area in the lawn mowing industry, they didn't, maybe the other businesses just didn't do a very good job with their profile. But I did it in 2 locations. So one was in Tauranga when I was there, and then in Hamilton. I done it for both of them. Here's the 4 things that I did to make that happen. So the first thing is just fill out all the information. Go through the thing and fill it all out the best that you can. Fill in the date and times, fill in the services you have, different service offerings, like put lawn mowing, weed spraying, gardening, whatever services you have, put it in there. And you can also add photos and prices to that. So what I did was I just put the minimum price for mowing and then sort of average prices for everything else. So like a garden cleanup, I think I put like $600, and a one-off mow I put like $200. So you just throw whatever numbers in there. Honestly, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day you're still going to go and quote them. They're not looking at that exactly for prices, but it's worth filling out anyway, because the more you fill out, then Google thinks like, oh yeah, this is a real business. The another important one that I heard, which I actually haven't done too much myself, but in the holiday hours, like update your holiday hours so that you adjust it for whatever those holidays are. If you're open or you have less hours, adjust it when the holidays come up. Number 2 is add a bunch of photos and videos. So I like to put my little logo in the bottom of every photo that I have, somewhat to like make sure nobody else can steal it, or if they do, like my brand is on it, so it doesn't really matter. But also so that the customers know that it's not just some random photo that I picked up, like this is my photo. Although you could lie about that, but for me, I don't know, it makes it feel a little bit nicer. And in my head, I'm like training people to see the color gold and my logo and all that sort of thing. It's all part of the way I like to do the branding. Like I'm real people focused as well. So in a lot of those photos, I tried to do selfies or have somebody mowing, or the video of someone mowing or weed eating or anything like that. And I try my best to get better at being in front of the camera, so I can do those selfie videos and they can sort of learn my personality a little bit more, and I use that to sell and build rapport before even stepping foot on their property. With the photos and videos, try and post consistently. I, again, am not super good at this, but I just photo dump every now and again. So like every week or 2, as frequently as I sort of can, I just photo dump. So I'll dump all of the photos for the last week, which will be, I don't know, say 10 photos or something. And then also try to make posts on there as well. So I don't think that's something people do frequently, but it just shows that you're active. So basically all it's doing is showing Google that you're an active profile, you're an active business, and you're out there serving the community. Number 3 is link all your social media, like your different social media accounts, to the Google My Business. So what I like to think of with the online marketing for your business is like, it's like a web of all these different things that tie in together. So when you have your business Facebook page, you've linked on your business Facebook page, you've linked your Instagram, you've linked your Google My Business, you've linked the website, you've linked your YouTube if you've got a YouTube. So you just link all these different things and try and tie it together, so that I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but I have heard that Google can see some way or another that all these things are connected. So all together it boosts it up. So if your Facebook does better, then your Instagram ends up doing better, and then like vice versa for everything else. And if if they can see that someone was on your Facebook page and then came to the website, they can sort of tie that all together and it all works like a cohesive sort of unit. Now, just a caveat to everything that I'm saying, I don't have like expertise or expert knowledge in any of these areas. All I do is figure out the basic, get a basic understanding for everything, and then just put a lot of action into it as much as I can, see if I get results, and then tweak from there. Because as a business owner, you have to look at everything. So I'll say do Facebook ads very simply, and then go back to it, and then try and look at it and fix it. And then I do make a website that was super simple, and then slowly as you learn and you get around to it. So it's like a cycle, right? You like work on your Facebook, work on your Instagram, work on your website, all that, and I sort of just go around in a circle and then try and make it better every time that I go back to it. And the fourth, last, most important thing is get Google reviews. Get Google reviews and then respond to those Google reviews. So figure out how to make it part of your sales process, where after you've done the job, you either send them an email or a text or something prompting them to give you a Google review. Because it is very rare that someone is going to go out of their way. Like, you have to provide the best service on earth for them to actually go and give a Google review, if not prompted. You have to literally do crazy service. But if you just give good service and you keep the promises you made, you don't even have to like over deliver. Just turn up when you say you're going to show up, text them if you're running late, text them when you're on your way, have a decent process from the moment they contact you to the moment you see them, then do the job, then after it, like thanking them for allowing you to do the service, then you invoice them, and then at that point, once you've decided that they're happy and you've gone through the process and it was all smooth and you didn't really have any hiccups, then send them a text with the link to your Google review. Make it as easy as possible. Thank them. That's the approach I use. I use the super appreciative, thankful approach, because I am genuinely, but it works for me. So like I'll say in my text, I think I say, because it's usually after I've sent the invoice and I've asked them if they're happy with the service, then I'll say, thank you so much for allowing us to service your property. I really appreciate it. If you were happy with the service, or if you get a chance, can you leave a 5-star review on Google, because it helps us build trust with potential customers and helps us more than you could ever know. Something along those lines. And then I put the Google review, the link at the bottom. And for me, it works perfectly. As long as I go through the process nicely and then I remember to text them, or eventually I'll set it up so it's automated. But for now, I just do it manually. And almost every time, I'd say maybe 50% of the time, they leave a good review, which is pretty solid. Because if you're getting like, let's say, if you do 4 new jobs a week, and you provided good service to them, and then 2 of them every week were leaving you a good Google review, that's 100 reviews in a year. So if you were able to keep up with that consistently, you'll outpace anybody else in your area most likely. Because not many businesses actually do this, like consistently. Some of them have 20 reviews, which is actually what I did. Is I got heaps of reviews at first, and then you sort of forget about, for me, it's poor management of my time. So I would do it hard out and then sort of let it go for a little while, and then be like, oh, I need to get Google reviews again. So I start up again with remembering to message them all the time. But anyway, those are the 4 things that I did to get my Google My Business page from unseen, like you could scroll all the way down and I wasn't there, to the 2nd ranked account on Google My Business in my area. Like, subscribe, See you in the next one.